There you go. Chase, can you hear us?
Yep, got me.
Yep, good deal. We are now joined by Chase Elliott, driver of the number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. We're going to go straight into questions, Chase. Our first question is going to come from Steve Hummer from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Chase, how are you?
Good, how's it going?
Good. Hey, I imagine you've watched with some interest October pass here with some Georgia teams like the Braves and the Bulldogs not having the best of months, and wondering how you reacted to that and how you might change that trend here.
Yeah, hope we can help with that trend for sure. Been a rough go. The Braves had a such a good series with the Dodgers, and then for the Dodgers to go on and win like they did, it was pretty frustrating. But yeah, hopefully we can try to help that, I guess, in a sense. And yeah, we'll find out here on Sunday.
Hey, can I ask you about what has it been like the last few years when you go into the last race of the year when you're out of the championship chase, and what is that like running that race? And do you always leave there saying, I just don't want to do this again this way?
Yeah, it certainly is motivating for sure. As you go into that last weekend and you're not a part of it, you still want to try to get that race win, and you're still there battling. But at the same time, it is still disappointing, especially being, just 6 days ago or whatever, at least for the way it was last year, we had
Right.
just got knocked out. So, yeah, unfortunate way to kind of end the year, but that's the way it is. And, if you're not good enough or don't have a good stretch of races there in each round, you're not going to make it. So that's just part of it.
Well, appreciate it.
Yep.
Our next question will come from Woody Kane. Go ahead with the question, Woody.
Hey, Chase, appreciate your time. Just wanted to get your thoughts about your new teammate, Kyle Larson, and if you guys have ever spent much time together, or if this is going to be kind of like the first day at school when you guys finally get together.
Yeah, I'm really excited, first off, for Kyle and having an opportunity and getting a second chance. I think he really is a good dude. And there's really nothing that I've seen, in my time around him that would lead me astray. Otherwise, I think everybody makes mistakes. It wasn't good, but at the same time, I think he's taken the right path to grow a lot. And I do think he's grown a lot in more ways than just that. So I think that I think he's going to be a good addition. I think he's going to have a lot of success, much like he was already having before he left. And I haven't spent a ton of time around Kyle over the years. We came from different worlds, but we've inadvertently kind of raced against each other along the way, I feel like, in K&N. I don't think we ran any trucks, but my first season in Xfinity, I think he was either full-time or still racing a lot before they changed the rules. So I've raced with him a bunch, but I can't say I have a really close friendship or anything with him off the track. So looking forward to getting to know him better and trying to improve HMS as a whole.
And then with the craziness of this season, once everything is all finally over, have you thought much about what you want to do to decompress, or what things you'd like to get done in the off season, if anything, or just kind of go? Whew?
Yeah, I think just right now I'm just kind of all eyes on the NASCAR thing and trying to focus on the end of the season and hopefully finishing out on a really high note. So I think for us, the kind of where my head's at right now is we still have a great opportunity and going to Martinsville this weekend, still in the hunt, and hopefully give ourselves a chance next week at Phoenix. So yeah, all eyes on that right now, and it's really all that matters. So looking forward to that first.
Thank you.
Yep.
Our next question will come from Kelly Crandall. Go ahead with the question.
Hi, Chase. Two things. First off, the 4 drivers who are above the cut line, I think, have combined for 23 of 34 wins this year. So going into Martinsville, this final race, those are the 4 guys everybody's chasing. Is that surprising at all, considering, again, that they've kind of been the guys that have been leading the way?
No. I mean, we've seen, let's see, who's in right now. You got Joey, Kevin, Denny, and Brad.
Brad, yeah.
Those are very familiar faces to the Final Four, and that's not by happenstance. So they're obviously very good, and they've obviously asserted themselves as the top drivers and teams over the course of the last number of years, especially since this points format has been implemented. So hopefully we can change that course this weekend.
And then the second thing I just wanted to ask was Martinsville has always seemed to, in the playoffs, has had quite a few memorable moments the last couple years. Is there any reason not to expect more of the same now that it's the cutoff race with last chance to get to Phoenix?
Yeah, Matt, I think it's a great place for it. Who knows how the races shape up? I mean, a lot of circumstance kind of led to some of those big moments and timely cautions and things of that nature. So who knows? I mean, I certainly couldn't tell you whether it'll be fireworks or not, but my goal is to be fast enough where you don't allow fireworks, and that's the best way to deal with that.
Our next question will come from Bob Pockris. Go ahead with your question, Bob.
Yeah, Chase, are you stressed? And if so, how are you dealing with it?
To be real honest with you, I feel good. I feel probably better than I ever have, and as relaxed as I ever have coming into that last opportunity, last chance Sunday, as I've called it the past couple of years. So I'm looking forward to it. I think the more that you can embrace that moment and embrace that situation and really enjoy that time, the better you'll be prepared for a Final Four one day if you ever get there. So that's kind of the way I feel about it, and really just excited to have the opportunity and looking forward to the challenge.
And I want to say, when Rick was being asked about Larson doing dirt racing, he mentioned that you might want to do some more outside racing too. I'm curious, is that because you're racing just one day a week in NASCAR? Is it to just kind of connect back to your roots, or is it just for fun?
Yeah, great question. I think for me, I've had a lot of interest to go and go back and run short track stuff over the past number of years. I've said that a lot. I just haven't had the right opportunities, and I haven't been able to do the things the way I want to do them. So it's not necessarily the racing one day a week thing. I've had the interest when we were at the track more, aside from this year. So, but I think now I've been able to kind of at least get some ideas of things that I want to do. I'm not sure exactly how timely some of it'll be, but I want to do it kind of my way, and I want to do it the way that I think is right. And until I can do it that way, I won't. And that's just kind of the way I am. So I'm looking forward to doing some more racing, and I really, really want to, and I'm excited about it. I'm just not exactly sure when, but would love to.
Thank you.
Yep.
Our next question will come from Claire B. Lang. Go ahead with the question, Claire.
Thank you. Thanks. Let me ask you about the art of racing at Martinsville. We're going to be watching everybody closely because of the playoffs, but what's the art of racing Martinsville? What's the challenge to pass there?
Martinsville is such a tough place, and it's a place that I've really struggled at in the past. We've had some good runs there too, but it's I feel like just such a knife edge of getting your car perfect at that place. You're asking to make such a sharp turn, and you're also asking to go from a really slow corner and accelerate at a pretty high rate back up on the straightaway, which can be hard on the rear tires as well. So you're just getting all those things married up and right is very tough. And then the passing side of things, I feel like has gotten really hard, and I feel like it's gotten harder over the past couple of years for whatever reason. I think people have. I feel like some guys are starting to drive the track more similarly, which makes it really hard to be different. And when you're just kind of the same as a guy in front of you, although you may be able to make a little more time than him in certain areas, if you're driving the track with the same technique, it makes it very challenging to pass a guy. So, but that's also what's made some of these races very entertaining at the same time. So, I don't exactly know what that is or why that is, but it certainly is a tough place.
And Chase, what is the challenge of a playoff race at Martinsville? You know, you want to be aggressive. There's a lot on the line, but it's Martinsville, right? So what's the challenge of playoff racing there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know that it's any different. You know, I want to go win a regular season race really bad too. So I can't say that I'm going to try any harder on Sunday than I would have in the spring. Just, you know, I feel like I'm trying really hard as is. So I don't really see it being, you know, much different from the added challenge. And I think that for us, we're in a position where we really need to go win, and you know, in the spring race, we needed to go win then too. Needed those 5 bonus points then. So it's, I think it'll all be very similar.
Go have some fun at Martinsville and good luck, okay?
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Our next question is going to come from Eric Smith. Go ahead with the question, Eric.
Yeah, Chase, I'm just curious for some reason, it seems like the round of 8, the longer you go, the guys that actually win the final race struggle to win the championship. You think that's a byproduct of kind of having all your eggs in one basket? You can't focus too far ahead till you actually get there. Have you and Alan talked about Phoenix yet, or is it just more focus on Martinsville before you can get there?
I'm kind of confused. You said the guys that typically make the Final Four have a hard time.
As an example, yeah, like Kevin Harvick's the only one that's won like the 3rd race of the round of 8 and turned around and won the championship a week later. Is it like Logano winning Kansas, like the guy that won the 1st race has finished in the top 2 of the standings the last 4 years? As you go on, it just seems. So is it a byproduct of you haven't really focused on the last race yet till you get there? Do you feel like maybe you're behind going into next weekend?
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. I've never noticed that or thought about it. I certainly think that the team that wins that very first race in the round of 8 and is locked in, you know, you have more time to think about what car you're going to take to the final race. You have more time to massage on it. So, yeah, I definitely think that could be a slight advantage. I think that's a great point. I've never really thought about that, but I do think that can be a slight advantage in car selection and time to tweak on those really, really small fine tuning items that could potentially add up to make a difference. So, yeah, I can see that being a help. I can also see momentum being big too. If you get on a roll, I could see winning Martinsville being a big momentum booster for that team, whoever wins on Sunday, to propel them and have a really good shot the following week too. So I think it's really about how you ride the wave if you are that team that can win that very last race in the round of 8.
And a quick follow-up to that, do you think in the past, you know, you've gone from Phoenix to Homestead. This year it's 2 750 horsepower tracks. You think that might change a little bit too this week, that you can kind of take a similar car?
You know, I'm not sure on that. I mean, I definitely think it's great that we're ending the season on 2 750 tracks. I mean, I think that, you know, that's just more – I'm a bigger fan of that, I think, in deciding our champion for the final 2 races. So that has my vote. Not that I get one, but I really like it a lot, and looking forward to seeing that too. So could you potentially take your Martinsville car to Phoenix? Maybe. You might. So, yeah, that might be a good thing from the car side and performance side as well. So that'd be kind of a toss-up and one of those decisions you have to make pretty fast.
Thanks, man. Good luck this.
Thanks.
Good deal. Well, Chase, thank you for taking the time to join us, and good luck there at Martinsville.
Cool. Thank you.